Right, so before I actually get into talking about what I want to talk about today, I'm going to do the usual like YouTube admin stuff, and I'm going to do it at the start of the video because what I've noticed through looking at analytics and stuff is that not a lot of people make it through past like the first few minutes of the video anyway. So I'm going to do the usual admin stuff at the start. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, check out my Patreon if you want. You can get onto the Discord. Your name will end up at the end of my videos. So far I've got no one, so if you want to be the first, go over to my Patreon. If you want to be on my Discord, go over to my Patreon as well. And I'm also doing a Q&A coming up, so get some questions in for that in the comment section below or over on my Twitter. Twitter is something that I want to plug a bit more, so go over to my Twitter and, you know, give that some love. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Today we're going to be talking about Spirits of Vengeance. So The Spirits of Vengeance was a book that was released in 2017, like late 2017, early 2018, and the main gist of it was to bring a majority of the supernatural or horror themed Marvel characters together. So we had Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, we had Blade, we had Damon Hellstrom, and we had Satana, and together they were the Spirits of Vengeance, and they were trying to stop a war between heaven and hell. And this all like culminated into one big war, and they were stuck in the middle of it. It was an interesting premise, but it wasn't done well. I'm going to go through what the main gist of the story was, because there's more to it than what I just said. There is quite a bit more. I feel that's where the problems start. So we have Johnny Blaze. He finds this guy who's got like a silver bullet, and he's like, why are people carrying around silver bullets? I thought that was only used to shoot Hitler. I don't know. I'm going to go talk to my friend Damon Hellstrom, who knows more about this supernatural stuff than me, even though I got my powers from the literal devil himself. I'm going to find out what's going on and put a team together, and we're going to sort out this problem. Turns out there's a war between heaven and hell going on. When is there not? Must be another day that ends in Y in the Marvel Universe. And these four characters need to stop it. Reason why I don't mention Blade and Satana in there is because they're barely in the book. Blade pops up and he's like, hey, I'm Blade, and goes to hell at some point and talks to Mephisto at some point, and none of it, no, not Blade. Blade doesn't talk to Mephisto. Damon Hellstrom and Satana talk to Mephisto, whilst Blade drinks in a bar and doesn't really do anything. And, you know, it would be cool to see cool characters being cool, not just, you know, be, you know, there for the sake of being there, because it doesn't even make sense for Blade to be a part of the team. Like, it deals with a war between heaven and hell. There's nothing to do with vampires. There's nothing to do with, you know, supernatural like werewolves or horror monsters. It's literally just a war between heaven and hell. Blade is out of his depth, if anything. Why are you going to him, of all people? It makes sense that he's not given much screen time because he's absolutely useless in this scenario. And we have the only good thing about the story is the art. I mean, I have some like panels and pictures flashing up on the screen at different points, and I genuinely like the artwork. The cover art is a lot better than the artwork inside. I'm going to say that for free, but the actual artwork is good. I like the way that Ghost Rider is drawn. I like the way that everyone else is drawn. They look very kind of anime-esque-ish, kind of. Nah, not really, but kind of. I really, really, though, can't get over the fact that the book is 5 issues. There's 4 characters, 4 really interesting characters that you can do a lot with in this story arc. You can explore Blade and him feeling out of his depth and being like, why did they come for me? There must be a reason why they came to me of all people. What else is going on here? They could have made it some kind of like deep storyline, but no. What they decided to do was be like, oh, we'll get these 4 characters together because people want these 4 characters together, but we won't give the person who will sell the book the starring role. We'll give the starring role to Damon Hellstrom, secondary role to Ghost Rider, and then Blade will be in the background somewhere. Blade sells books. Blade will sell a book. I don't get why Marvel's so, like, you know, not... I don't get why Marvel's so, like, scared to put Blade in more stuff, or to put him in the forefront of more stuff, because he can sell a book, and he has sold books. He had a very successful trilogy of films, or, well, duology, and Blade Trinity was there, but he had, just look at the uproar that happened, just look at the amount of praise that just the announcement of a new Blade film got. Blade is popular. Blade can sell books. People know him, care about him, and he has fans. And then you put him into a book where he's overshadowed by Damon Hellstrom, of all people. Like, no one's gonna clamour for a Damon Hellstrom movie. Like, and I know that for a fact because Hulu actually came out and said they're going to make a Ghost Rider and Damon Hellstrom TV series, and then when that got cancelled, Ghost Rider got a bit of an uproar, but Damon Hellstrom got nothing. I don't think anyone even knew that was going to be a thing, and then Marvel comes out and says, yeah, we're cancelling this show that no one was looking for and no one wanted. And, you know, Howard the Duck, he's gonna get a show, I think, at some point. I don't know. But I don't understand why you can't focus on all 4 characters in a 5-issue mini for equal amount of time. Satana doesn't even appear in the first issue. She comes in like in the 2nd issue. It's really weird and it's really janky how the story is told, and it feels really rushed. It's like we have this storyline and it's meant to be a 12-issue maxi series. You're only going to give us 5 issues? Shit. Cut out everything. Cut out everything. Cut out all of the stuff that we wrote for Blade. Cut out all of the stuff that we wrote for Satana. Just put in the bare minimum and we'll put that in. At the end of the day, Spirits of Vengeance isn't the worst thing I've ever read in my life. It's far from it, but it is not good. It's not good. I wanted to talk about Spirits of Vengeance because I spoke about a Ghost Rider story that I like earlier. I want to talk about the Ghost Rider game because I really love the game, but I wanted to also put in something to do with Ghost Rider that I didn't like, and this is the only other thing that I've read from Ghost Rider, and I didn't really enjoy it, and that's why I'm kind of ranting. And the stuff that I'm ranting about is about Blade, because the book really mistreats Blade, and he's literally he shows up, says cooey, then drinks a few beers, then maybe kills one person. I don't know. I honestly can't remember anything that Blade does in this book because there's no actual relevance for him to be there. There's no relevance for Satana to be there either, but you can kind of say, oh, Damon's a part of the book, so you got to get her sister in, or got to get his sister in. So it kind of makes sense there, but it doesn't make sense for Blade to be here. And if they kind of played a bit more into that, or if the writer was more talented, maybe he could have made that a compelling part of the arc. But where it stands, there really is no compelling part of the arc. It's just kind of like a subpar story with meh artwork that has a kind of cool drawing of Ghost Rider in it at every so many panels. That's really it. So I'm gonna leave this video off there. Let me know in the comments below what if you read Spirits of Vengeance. Let me know what you thought of it. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you share the same opinion as me. I don't know. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, you may have noticed, if you're a long time subscriber, I've already spoken about Spirits of Vengeance before when it actually came out, because the issues came out just as I started doing YouTube. So I thought I'd bring us back to the beginning and give us a little taste of nostalgia of the early days of the Luke Does Stuff YouTube channel, if you will. I enjoy doing stuff like that. I want to do more stuff like that, and I will try to do more stuff like that, because I don't know, because I've changed a lot since I've changed a lot drastically since I even thought about doing YouTube. And then when I started doing YouTube about a year and a half ago, I was a timid, shy little boy, and now I'm still a timid, shy little boy, but I've got slightly more hair ish, and you know, a decent camera and a light that works. Oh yeah, another thing, I'm getting a new mic soon, so the fuzziness that's there now should go, and I'm getting an actual ring light soon, so that should help. That's kind of all I have to say, really. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.